My amazing Leos, welcome into your monthly money and career tarot reading for the month of February 2025. Let's begin your reading with two different oracle decks. The one on the left is money and career based, and the one on the right speaks all about your money. So let's jump right into it and see what we get right from the middle for Leo. Beginning with the Tower card, talking about earning power, building a business, and sound decision, as well as the career part speaks upon a corporate job for some, power in unstable position. For some, there may even be a focus reflecting upon a past corporate job or more of which, more corporate than you have at this time. But either way, I feel this is a building period for you. This is a time where you're meant to be increasing. And as I'm being drawn to this detail, you're meant to be shining more than ever in regards to a talent, if not multiple. And even your money gaining, money making abilities. And I feel like this is a time for you where something's growing for you quite nicely, even if there are moments of what feels like stagnation or no increase, right? Or even a little bit of decrease here or there. But nothing to fret about is what I'm hearing. But your earning power is major throughout the month as you're feeling hardworking in wanting to, yeah, put in the effort and see the money take an increase. But I find that some of which are experiencing and even choosing more so to let the money flow out, to spend it, to invest it, or maybe even take care of your bills, business, just as quickly as the money is coming in. And they're saying that this is could be labeled as the ebb and flow of your finances, but at the same time, some tightening up in regards to your spending feels quite necessary for a lot. All right, everything in moderation as well is part of this month. But you're, for a lot, an entrepreneur being drawn to this reading, and you're building a business like no other. I feel people are drawn to you, opportunities are drawn to you in a very magnetizing kind of way, as the number three with these three stars is part of this period as well. Sound decision, because I feel like you're making fleeting choices left and right, and this is helping you get things done like a master and smoothly see things transition and, yeah, be completed and shift for you. There's multitasking for a lot, prioritizing being utilized to your advantage. I feel you're very advanced in regards to those skill sets, and maybe even another major skill set or two, like me in reading tarot, for example. But I do also feel like one, if not a couple different sound decisions, feeling like a major one from the past, regardless of how far back it dates for you. That's being highlighted, whether it was the decision to leave behind a situation. It could be more in regards to what you have at hand, what you committed to, chose, say where you're living, where you're working, the business you have. So it could be, I want to say at most three decisions from the past. It was sound, my friend. It was accurate. It was on point. And so for a lot, I feel you are, at the very least, you're intuitive to the furthest extent, and that's coming into play, needing to be even more so utilized throughout this period for each and every choice, decision, and whatnot, even accomplishments. But there are some predictive Leos drawn to the reading, and this is coming into play and being utilized not only to other people's advantage, but yours as well. This is a reminder being drawn to this reading as well that you are the type of energy, the type of soul that steps into a situation, into a room, and you completely change the energy. And people are noticing this. People are even stepping into a situation and their heads are being turned, or they're immediately drawn to look at you, at the Leo energy. And this is just natural for you. I sense that this isn't going to bother you, as for some, you're used to being in the spotlight and heads turning, people staring. Maybe you even want it, but I do sense that people are looking at you a ton throughout the month. People are paying close attention to you, and at times there are levels of attention that you're gaining that seems so unnecessary. Say an authority figure, if not multiple coworkers, are watching you up close, at a distance, maybe even in labeling you as this or that. Anybody who's trying to and or has been working against you is going to be removed from that situation. I'm getting that very clearly, and they're going to reap negative karma because of it. Don't work against this Leo energy with their ultimate connection to spirit, to the spiritual realm, as well as being a very skilled and destined soul, because it's going to inevitably work against you in the end, even if it feels or there seems to be some evidence that it's working to their advantage along the way. All right. So if that's not for you, it's not for you. But I feel like a job situation is changing. If I didn't say it already, unnecessarily. But look at this, the award card. You may find there's a focus on winning money in the near future. You may, if I didn't say it already in this attempt, because it's been several attempts to get this reading going or to continue, you may want to hop over to Taurus's reading after this one. But regardless, you're getting a payoff for effort, and it feels like you're being handed a reward, all right, of some sort, and maybe even a trophy looking at this award card. Maybe a certificate of importance, a contract of importance for some, but you're really advanced and you need to remember this, all right, and utilize that to your advantage as people are noticing this, or maybe more so finding an increase in regards to that awareness, all right, that understanding. As I find, even with you being advanced in regards to something, talent-wise, skill set-wise, maybe a field more so within your life, you're also finding the month as you put in effort and maybe tweak this and that, discover this and that, there's an increase in your ability, an increase in your knowledge maybe. And so some way, shape, or form, in some way, shape, or form, you're becoming even more advanced. Absolutely beautiful. There's also a very likable, maybe even goofy, but professional way about how you go about this and that. For example, at my serving job, we're meant to be ultra professional and it's supposed to be a very strict place, but then I choose to be goofy at certain points. My coworkers do as well. And I even joke around and goof around with the customers, and they like it. You know what I mean? It keeps them coming back for more, period. And so they're reminding you that it's a positive thing to have the balance within it all, okay? But let's move on to the money portion of your reading. If something's meant to come to an end in the future being a temporary situation, you need to take a deep breath and recognize that it's not meant to be taken ultra seriously or given this extreme weight, all right, of importance. The slow card, making slow progress, but you are getting there. That's part of your month, all right? I want to put this on the board. There's maybe as well going to be moments throughout the month where you find you can't help but get things done slowly. It may even be that there's importance, a purpose in regards to this, and spirit may be intervening or affecting you in a sense, or the energy in a situation to make this happen or to change up the way you're going about this and that, your energy. But they want you to very much so remember that just because something grows slowly but surely, it doesn't mean that it's not going to go the distance. It doesn't mean, they're saying don't compare yourself or your situation, maybe your business, to other people. We're all on different paths, but remember, slow and steady work leads to success that is sustainable. Absolutely. So they're saying sometimes when something is lit, and this can be a reminder for every single aspect and situation within your world, even outside of your money and career, but when something takes off super quickly, when something is advanced or is, what's the wording I'm trying to get at? When something develops or grows super quickly right off the bat, or even soon after it, is sparked, it sometimes goes out just as quickly, that flame, or just the situation comes to a negative tower moment, right? And so there is a need to remember as we stretch out this energy, this message, the slow and steady growth and progress of something development of something is not only purposeful, but I feel is attached, stemming from something that's meant to go the distance. All right. Ooh, the windfall card at the bottom of the deck, absolutely beautiful. Um, there may as well be healing of your inner child, and that will help your work. It may be through your work somehow. Ooh, the takeoff card. Things will take off for you so much, take off much sooner than you expect or expected, or both. But they're saying now is a good time to take action. There is no stopping you now, all right? And also they're saying don't rush, okay? Especially with the slow card on the board, as you may create a mess or two, you may miss a detail or two of importance. You may find that you just slip up, okay? Let's move on to the tarot portion of your reading. Wow, 11 minutes of just those two cards. The Four of Wands, things are falling into place, but structure, for the better and for the worse, is part of this time period where you can't help but feel like people are just trying to change a situation once again, but you're also feeling as if a structure that you re-implemented recently, rewinding back, or maybe one that you've continued, or both. It's feeling very business related, maybe in regards to spending money for some. Okay, it's working well for you, all right? And that goes back to the sound decision or sound decisions aspect of your reading. And if I didn't say it already, in a slowly but surely kind of slow but sure kind of manner, an efficient manner, things are falling into place for you, and you're going to see evidence of this. Now, where you don't feel motivated at certain points, I feel like you're just tired. I feel like maybe the energy in a situation or the previous situation that you shifted away from, migrated away from, was off. All right. It might even be spiritual. But, we didn't say it in this attempt yet. It's going to be a very spiritual month for you. You might find that plays into your workload, right? Like myself in these tarot readings. But either way, you're going to find there's spiritual activity. And there's somebody drawn to the reading like myself who works and or lives in a place, even maybe shopping in locations or one in particular, very, very spiritually connected, at times to be described as, spoken upon as haunted. Where I serve is very much so a haunted location. Last night I was wrapping up my shift, and I mentioned this in one of the last attempts. I looked over at the exact point, and the door to the fridge walk-in area was open, and one of the whipped cream bottles just was shifted and fell right off the shelf. And it's just one of the many moments. But yeah, even my coworkers speak upon it. But I do live in California, so what do I expect? Anyways, but I also find that your spirituality is working to your advantage as far as money matters, work matters, maybe to gain an opportunity or two. A door of importance is opening towards more abundance. Let's keep pulling. Moving on to the Ace of Cups. Yeah, I mean, this is giving very much that windfall energy, and being gifted opportunities left and right, as it is a month where you do need to keep the hope alive, all right, within your perspective, your expectations even. Because say there's frustration or annoyance, maybe toxicity at work or at home, maybe, when running your business. This is of importance because you're somebody who helps people regain or increase the hope within their perspective, okay, their mind and soul. And so that's of true importance. We'll put this over here. You have to take a deep breath at certain points because it feels like there's a lot going on. And the Knight of Swords talks about you being somebody who wants to speed on forward and see things grow exponentially and take off, go viral for some, increase and flow in for you more so. But this go, go, go way of being, even though it feels inevitable at certain points, isn't always the best route. And you again need to be trusting in the way things are proceeding for you. And just understand and remember, not only is time on your side, okay, timing in general, but there's a sense of this being a month where there's so much divine timing, and this may not be new for you. But again, you're a very spiritual soul, but it's a time where everything's happening exactly when and how it's meant to. And even if something feels delayed or stretched out, pushed out, there's such purpose in regards to it. Okay. The month also reminds you that you're this talented, special soul when it comes to how other people view you, discover you, and also when it comes to how you view um, and speak to yourself, okay, and proceed forward. But I'm going to leave your reading at that. I hope these messages were truly helpful. To book a personal reading, everything lies down below. I am sending you so much love and light. Bye, Leo.